Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to LSR. I am Harsh. First time host here, first time commentator. So, just a bit of background about me. I've been playing at home games since like 2013. I really started playing in leagues probably around F1 2020. I got a couple back during that time. And at this point now, I'm doing some commentating. This is probably like my fourth full-time commentating role, actually. So, welcome. Glad to have you. It's good to meet you all. People, and I'm excited to be your group host here today. I'm gonna go ahead and turn up my. You guys can actually hear me. Give it a bit more audio. Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Just want to confirm here, how's the audio now? I can turn it up, turn down a little bit. So yeah, nice to meet you guys. Back in the game. Just let me know if you can hear me alright. I know it sounds a little quiet, so just keep up with that. The game sound is really loud. Okay, I'll take care of that here in just a little bit. Oh yeah, game sound is really loud. I gotcha. Let me go ahead and take care of that here in my game sound settings. Not a problem. And just keep everything going. Sorry, as I said, first time setting it up, first time hosting all this, so just trying to get through everything and take care of it. So talking a little bit more, just keeping things going. Yeah, just keep on commenting, no problem. How's everything at this point, guys? Lower still? Got it, no problem. There we go. Turn it down to 4. I'll give this a shot. Still loud. Just the game audio is? Or my voice is a little too loud as well. I can definitely turn that down. But yeah, so I'm glad to be here. So today in Group 3, we're still having people join the lobby right now, but I'm excited to get into qualifying with you guys. So I'm ready to go. As I said, I've been playing since F1 2020, and that's everything so far. I'm excited to be here. I used to race in a league called TFR for a long time. Did a podcast there too. Yeah, once we get into the actual stream and get the cars going and everything like that, I'll adjust it a little bit more. I know that this menu music itself is still pretty loud, so not a problem. But yeah, I'm super excited. Some more information about me. Obviously, as you can see, I play on PC, I play on Steam. I use a Moza R16 wheelbase. Typically, I'm like one of the people that turns it up all the way, so gotta say, I break my arms a little bit here and there, but that's just par for the course. Remove the music maybe? Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely turn down the music setting itself too. That's a good suggestion, honestly. I know it's definitely loud during this portion, so that's not a problem to me. I don't mind adjusting it just to keep it there. And fair enough to remove the music. Probably better not to get copyright striked or something like that, so that'll do it. Master volume for now will stay the same, and we're just waiting for people to keep on joining. Do you guys have any questions for me, actually, at the moment? Totally open to anything you guys got, and I'm basically an open book. Perfect. Okay, great. Awesome. Glad to hear that. But yeah, give me some questions, you guys. I'm a new member of the Discord, too, so as I said, open book, totally. I mean, honestly, nothing's off bounds. I do a podcast for Formula One, so I constantly watch the real racing and everything like that, so I don't mind trying to fill in some time. And oh, how long before you DNF? That's a great question, Brian. First time me being here. I'm honestly not sure. How's the 2-minute break happening? Just waiting and not ready up? I'm not entirely sure. I can actually go ahead and ask now. I'll get some clarification on that for you. Yeah. I'm going to find that out right now. I'll go ahead and give him a message just to find out. And then, how long before you DNF? Back to that, Brian. I'm not sure, actually. I mean, this is the first time me seeing your race. I mean, I hope that you get past like 5 minutes. So, I mean, I'll give you 10 just to be even more optimistic. Let's see. I guess I can give some more information on myself. Go through some of my normal, the normal stuff about the regular season. I personally am a big. I've always been. I mean, you're like the person that was. Your favorite is like the person who was winning when you started watching F1. So personally, like some of my favorites. Sebastian Vettel. He's one of my favorite drivers. Lewis Hamilton for sure. I started watching probably consistently around 2016, just around there. So before Drive to Survive and all of that. But Lewis Hamilton is definitely my favorite driver, hands down, just kind of how it goes. Team I usually support, I'm actually a big Ferrari fan. I have been here for a while, especially because I like Sebastian Vettel. Kind of stuck with them, big Mercedes guy. I'm definitely becoming more of a fan over time of like McLaren. I'm starting to like Aston Martin. I think they have a cool lineup. Well, obviously I don't enjoy Lance Stroll, but having Fernando Alonso, he means a lot to the sport. Like I couldn't imagine if he retired what that would do or what that would look like. But I'm a fan of Aston Martin. McLaren are cool. I don't have a particular favorite driver, but I can recognize the grind, and good for them that they were underdogs and now they're up. And then Haas are definitely falling into my radar, not even just from Drive to Survive. Like I didn't really even fall in love with them from that. Just once again, I can respect it. They're underdogs, so Haas is definitely rising up as one of my favorite teams. And yeah, that's everything for now. As I said, open to questions. Anybody in the chat, go ahead and shoot anything out. And here we go. This is the start of qualifying. So we have 18 minutes for qualifying, and that's everything for now. Still waiting on the answer for how the 2-minute break will work as well. Just waiting to hear back, and I'll get you that answer as soon as I can. And Brian, I suck so much in racing. You're slow. That's okay, man. I mean, it's tier 3, and this is the first race, so we're going to have to see who really will come out on the top. And yeah, I'm definitely excited here. Go ahead and get the track map and everything else on. I got a plane going overhead. Not sure if you guys can hear that, but if you can, my apologies. Nobody actually. Everyone here probably just getting their setups in right now. Here we go. First person out on track. It's going to be the Red Bull of Brian. Hey, Brian, I see you. Saw you in the chat there. I'm going to be hopping on with you. Oh, and up ahead, we have, what's that? Oh, we have a V-Carb and a Sauber out on track now. Up to one of their tires. Let's go ahead and I'll ride on board with Brian. Give him some spotlight. He was in the chat after all. Go ahead and get a trackside view here. On our outlap now, we have a Haas of Mr. CD joining them. We have Rook, Insight, Boaks, so both Haas are going to be coming out for their fast lap. They're both out on their outlaps now. And we have Dalton in with a V-Carb. Not quite sure who to keep my eye on here, so I think I'm going to stick with Brian just because he's in the chat. Seems like a good guy, so go ahead and give you a spotlight here. So when you get on your fast lap, Brian, we all got your eyes on you, so don't mess up. No pressure, of course. Here we go, Brian. Now, on at the beginning of his fast lap, around turn 1 we go. Get a little bit of oversteer there. Through the first sector. Looking nice. Overtake on. Turning off fast lap. Oh, nope, still on hot lap, but turning his overtake on manually. That's Sauber of Rook. Looks to be flying ahead. Almost everybody is on their out lap now, or on their fast lap. We only have 3 people still in the pits, being Alexis, Avni, and I'm going to say Babily. Babily 156 still in the pits. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic on track, but thankfully everyone seems pretty spread out, so nobody will be blocking each other. Unfortunately, Brian just off the track there, most likely going to invalidate his lap, or seriously going to affect his lap time. Sad for that, but yeah. I'm going to go ahead and flash forward. It looks like Rook here in the Sauber. Coming around the last corner. Let's go ahead and see what he gets. He's going to have preliminary pole, naturally being the first person to finish his lap through DRS, almost out of ERS there. 0% battery, setting the fastest lap temporarily of 1:17.1. Let's see how people can top that. Brian, oh, there we go, 1:16.3, beating his time by about 0.8. 1:15.6. There we go. Not bad. Another 0.7 ahead. Wait, sorry, not 0.7. My bad, misspoke there. I have Rook. Okay, here we go, everybody now. Brian, maybe on a second fast lap. All right, Darwizzy with a 1:15.5, improving on Dalton's time by 1/10. So it looks like most of everybody here is now on their pit lap. Hopefully no blocking going on track. I want to make sure to keep it clean. Hopping on board with Faxi, just set a fastest second sector, it looked like, coming around the final corner. Let's see if they can top Darwizzy up at the top right now. Oh, not quite. Coming in with a 1:16.3. Looked like they had the fastest second and third sector, though. So it's just going to be up to them to put that first sector together. Probably going to go back in the pits for some gas real quick and then come back out and try again. Right now, our temporary top 3 is Darwizzy, Dalton, and Milan. Going to keep on going here. I have not received an answer quite yet about how that 2-minute break works. Sorry about that. But just keeping an eye on everything. That's everything. And that's it. Okay, yeah, so for an answer, how that 2-minute break works, right? At the beginning of the race, you're going to wait in your menus for 2 minutes. You're not going to ready up until our stratting pings everybody, just to make sure everyone starts at the same time. So everybody who hears in the stream, make sure you're aware of that. Just wait before race start. It's going to be very important here. A couple people still on their in lap. Not sure if Oliver Spurl here is on his. I believe he's going to be on his in lap now. Yeah, there we go. Charging his battery. He might actually be going for another fast lap. I'm not entirely sure. Invalidation from. I just missed that. See here. All right, Milan on another fast lap. We're going to ride on board with him here. Coming up into the beginning of the second sector. Looking quite nice, trying to use all the track that he can. How's he going to get through these S's? Oh, man. Hit that sausage curb just a little too hard. Getting a little bit of air under that tire. That's going to severely impact his lap. Got to be a little bit of a shame. There we go. That's his lap invalidated. Now we're going back on board with the Ferrari of Avni. He is now on a fast lap, yet to set a time. Let's see what he can do. Here we go, going through the S's. Taking care not to hit those sausage curbs. Looking nice, looking smooth. Very, very good. Using the track that he can. Ooh, looked almost like there's a tad bit of oversteer there, but keeps it clean. Purple second sector. Nice job. Little lock of the brakes. Here we go into the final hairpin, locking that front. Looks like that front right. Locking it up there. All right, almost to the end of his lap. Let's see what he can do with that purple second sector. Using all the track on exit. All of his deploy used. Up into third place with a 1:16.1. Still 6th, 10th below our leader being Darwizzi, but we have 10 minutes left in the session, everybody. So remember, a lot of stuff can change. That's everything right now. Looks like we have an Aston Martin now out in there. Oh, here we go. Aston Martin on their hot lap. Through the first corner, looking really, really good. DRS open, flying down to the first hairpin. Great section for overtakes if you're daring enough on the brakes. Gotta say, I don't see a lot of people do it unless they have DRS, but still, you can see some beautiful moves made there. Purple first sector, cutting that curb nicely. Here we go. Can he keep it together in the second sector? We've seen multiple people set a purple second sector, so I'm excited to see Darwizzi going to be out, or no longer on his outlap, back on track. Will he be able to keep that first place? Right now, we have Yigit with that purple first sector. Might have a chance. Oh, a little bit on the curb there. Probably losing a little bit of speed. There we go. Using that last little bit. Awesome. Purple second sector. Here we go. All right. Through the second to last hairpin. A little wide from that apex, but that's not a big deal. Here we go. Coming up to the DRS zone. This is going to be his first time set. What's it going to be? Where's it going to put him in the order? I'm going to press... Oh, there we go with a 1:15.6. Only a 10th and a half behind Darwizzi up in first. Now, Darwin here, he is out on his second fast lap. Looked like there was a yellow flag temporarily in that second sector. Probably the Red Bull ahead. So there we go. Purple second sector. He is going to be looking to improve on his previous time. All right. Through the second to last hairpin. Locking that front left this time. Up we go. Last hairpin. What's it going to be, folks? How much do you think he's improved? I'm going to say he's got a good 4/10 here. Might as well. Pushing it just to the edge of the track. Not all of his deploy used. Beautiful. Awesome. Good for him. Improving by 2/10 to 1:15.3 with Yigip just behind with a 1:15.6. Good job to him. Let's go ahead and go through. Who's starting their fastest lap now? A couple people still coming out of the pits. Oh, going over to Yigit. Probably on their in lap now, but snap a oversteer there. Briefly a yellow flag from the Alpine warming up behind. We have both Aston Martins right now, actually, looking to set fast laps. Invalidating his lap there, just on the outside. But it looks like he was coming in anyway, so thankfully not a huge loss for him. I'm going to try and hop on board with his Alpine here. On his hot lap now, this is going to be Faxi trying to set a second lap, or is this the beginning? Okay, this is the beginning of his fast lap. Let's see what he can do second time around. Paying attention to everybody on track. Looks like coming to that second sector, we got a Sauber and a Ferrari. Might be dicing it up here in qualifying. Hopefully that Sauber can get out of the way. If it's God Pancakes out on his out lap, or if it's Rook on his fast, hopefully he can get it done. There we go. Faxi 1.4 seconds down in that first sector. Good for him. Let's hope he can keep that up. That 1.4 seconds could mean a lot. That could put him in pole position if he can keep that up throughout the rest of this. If he can keep that up through the course of the lap here. Oh, yellow sector. We have a Mercedes over to the side of the road, making sure everyone's out of the way. Same thing, we have a Red Bull on the side there, trying to make sure he's not blocking anybody. Now it's through the second to last hairpin. Here we go. Faxi doing quite well for himself here. Maybe not setting the world alight with purple sectors, but looks to be a good improvement on his previous attempt. Still has some battery left. DRS is open, pushing to the edge of the track. Is he going to improve? Yeah, he's going to improve nicely to a 1:15.6. Only a hundredth, not even a hundredth, 7,000ths behind Yigit in front of him in third place. Now Oliver Spurl looks like he is, looks like he's on an in lap right now, no battery, or sorry, looks like he might even be on an out lap. I'm not entirely, nope, in lap, looking at the fuel there. Let's go ahead and see who else might be on a hot lap right now. All right, we have the other Ferrari of Avni, his teammate Oliver, currently in second place. Will he be able to improve? Nice across those S's, not hitting those curbs, looking real good. Nice on the inside. This is looking like a great lap so far. Overtake on, trying to get some speed through this section of the track, makes absolute sense. Slight lift there, back to full throttle. There we go, purple second sector, locking the front brake. That's okay. Looked like it lost him much time. Through the second to last hairpin, looking quite nice. Locking brakes again, it's a trend that we're seeing. I wonder if that's going to be a big thing for tire degradation later in the race. DRS is on, ERS is on, burning down the front straight. Where's he going to go? Doesn't look like he was able to improve. Unfortunately, he's going to stay in 6th place, but with or improved position. He's going to stay in 6th place with the 1:15.7. Most of the fast times are up there. Ewok Jr. in that Mercedes that we saw going up to a 1:15.7 just as well. Only 0.03 behind Avni, just ahead. Yiggett is now on their outlap. He's probably going to be looking to improve. Hopefully get up to second or first or second place. I'm going to be watching them for their outlap now, or their outlap and their fast lap now. These drivers said, hey, look, they're going to have to be really careful with their tires in this qualifying. I was watching the Group 2 race, and you can definitely tell that those softs were dying fairly fast. This is definitely a hard track on your tires. Here we go. It looks like he had a little wobble going down or coming out of Sector 3, but hopefully it doesn't affect him too much. DRS open a little bit late, a little far on the outside of the track. Not too bad. We're going to follow him here in depth. Oh, you can hear the brakes locking, but not too bad. Pushing to the outside of the track. Not entirely sure what happened there. Maybe he abandoned his lap. He might have been flagged. Let's see here. Not entirely sure what happened. It seems like he's just going to be abandoning his lap, but I can understand. Maybe he locked his brakes a little too much. Got some understeer or oversteer. You never quite know. This game is kind of wacky with the physics. Milan actually about to finish his second attempt at a lap. Is he going to improve? Not quite. Oh, okay. I believe that might have been his outlap. Overtake on now. Down at the beginning of Sector 2. Looks like we have a Haas just went off the track. Hopefully they're just seating position for that Sauber there in Sector 2. Let's see here. Haas to Mr. Seidel. He is now on he's on his second attempt at a hot lap as well. The 1:17.2. He's going to be looking to massively improve, considering most of these times are up in the 1:15s. So he's definitely going to have his fingers crossed that this is a major improvement for him. So let's see. 14th. Does he improve? Well, he does end up improving a 10th. Not quite enough to get him another place. However, he is only 0.03 behind the Sauber Rook in front of him. Speaking of Sauber, looks like Rook's going to be crossing the line now, actually gaining a lot of time on that lap. It looks like he gained 7/10, so not quite what he would have wanted. Fortunately, it looks like the second Haas of Boaks. Okay, the second Haas of Boaks is now looking to do his next attempt at a hot lap. Here we go. Full battery, flying through the first sector. Let's go up nice and close here. Sticking to the apex of that corner. Maybe a little slow on the throttle. Light lift there. Let's see, how is he going to approach the second sector? Down to 6, chuck it in. Onto the inside curb. Oh, you can just hear the brakes locking there. Not quite what he wanted with a touch of oversteer. Might need to get his setup dialed a little bit more in. Get some more differential or something with his roll bars. Ooh, not quite what he's going to be wanting here. Looks like he might have abandoned that attempt, unfortunately. Going over to Rook. Rook currently, I think he's his out lap or possibly in lap. Not currently using any battery. Fuel indicator is not flashing, so I believe this might be his lead up to a fast lap. Let's see what he can do here. Rook down in 13th position right now with a 1:13.1. If he can just break into the 1:16s, he could get a position on Boaks. On his teammate actually, God Pancakes. He just needs to get into the 1:16s. Hopefully he might be able to jump up the order. We have a lot of people in the 1:16, so if he's quick enough, he could go up into possibly 9th, with Brian currently sitting at a 1:16.6. Definitely a target I think a lot of the drivers are going to be looking to beat. Top 10 is always the goal, so let's see who else can get it. The behind it, looks like we have a Ferrari and... Oh, Ferrari just getting out of the way of the Mercedes there. Getting out of the way of the Red Bull. Waiting for the Sauber. This Ferrari has to wait for all the people to go by. Alright, Avni, come on, keep it up. We have Avni down in 6th place, previously at a high height of 2nd. We also have Jarwizzi out on their next attempt at a fast lap, coming now through the 1st sector. Everybody here out on track except for Yigit and Brian. Only 1 minute left in qualifying, so I think they might have just missed their window, unfortunately. So they're going to have to, cross their fingers and hope that what they got right now is good enough. Oliver Spurl only 3/100ths behind Jarwizzi, just in front of him. He's going to be looking to improve on that. Already 3/10ths better than his previous time with a purple sector 1. Looking really good here. He's going to be looking to get that pole position. Nice, looking quite good across those S's and Wando sausage curbs. Kicking the perfect amount of inside. Alright, we have a lot of people crossing the line now. How are these positions going to change up? I don't see any jumps right now. The second red, or one of the Red Bulls, no change yet. Oh, fortunately, it does not look like we're going to have a lot of difference here. This other Ferrari of Avni. Oh, there we go. Jarwizzi setting a blazing lap with a 1:14.8. Will Oliver be able to beat that? No, still in 2nd position with a 1:14.9. Almost exactly 1/10 behind our pole sitter. Ewok crossing the line now, going to be getting a 1:15.4 provisionally in 3rd. There are multiple people still out on track. They're still going to be looking to get their hot lap done. We have Dalton here. We have Avni. We got Insight, Milan. Unfortunately not Requiem. We got a couple people here. Oh, Boaks. Or, sorry, God Pancake. Looks like he's all done. But Rook, down in 14th, is going to be looking to improve his time. And Alexis Beast, Alexis Beast has actually not set a time yet. And sets a fastest purple sector. Or sets a purple 2nd sector. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do. But well, I guess we're all going to find out together here, guys. Across the line we go. Without setting a time, what are they going to get? Not bad. Putting themselves just in front of the Mercedes teammate into 3rd place, or into provisional 3rd place. Oliver Spurl on his cooldown lap. Unfortunately, he's not going to be going for another attempt. Just won't quite have the fuel. Avni already dropping 1/10. Good job. On the outside of the track, we'll be able to get in front of Faxi. There we go. Definitely in front of Faxi. They just jumped looks like a full 4 places up into 5th place. The Williams Jarwizzi is our current pole sitter, and this is qualifying, everybody. Gotta say, didn't expect some of these. It's going to be great to remember for next week. I'm excited to see how this is going to go. Yeah, this is a great qualifying, and for Group 3, I'm glad to be here. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat here, everybody. Gonna go ahead and double check what you guys are saying. Okay, here we go. Qualifying is over. So remember, everybody, make sure to wait those 2 minutes like we need. Just remember, wait 2 minutes. At that point, our strating will be able to tell you when to ready up. We just want to make sure that everybody is completely ready, so just keep an eye on that. Now, our qualifying, Jarwizzi, Oliver Spurl, Alexis Beast make up our top 3, followed by Ewok Jr., Avni, Insight, Dalton, Yigit, Faxi, Milan, Requiem, Boaks, Brian Vanderberg, God Pancakes, Rook, and Mr. Seedy. There we go, everybody. We have a front row that's looking good for the Mercedes and the Ferrari with the V-carb just behind. They're going to be looking to make up some places when that race starts. So, remember, 1 minute, everybody who's waiting here. Wait like a couple minutes. Just wait for our stratings notification to ready up. Just keep that in mind, everybody. Waiting for players. Looks like we have some overcast sky here. Could maybe be some rain later in the race. That could be a big strategy change up. Hi there, I took you dogs. Nice to meet you. I'm Harsh. This is my first time commentating here. Good to see you. 9 watching and no one likes your... Okay, gotcha. Hit that, yeah, hit that like button. That's for sure. I mean, thank you, Took You Dogs. Got to say, an interesting profile picture there. But I'm glad to have you here, and I'm glad to have you in the chat. So as we're waiting, just remember everybody, we've got to wait that little bit of time, wait for that notification from our shredding, and then ready up and, well, just be ready. That's as simple as I can put it. I'm in the chat now also, so back to any other questions. If you guys have any real-life questions for me, anything about real F1 or any previous leagues I've been in or drivers, just go ahead and throw those in there now. I'll be have that pulled up and I'm paying close attention to it. Thank you, Magnus, as well. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. See that there's 11 of you now. Good to see. We've got 5 likes. I mean, if everybody else could go ahead and throw one in. Let's get it. We can definitely get to 11. Small goals, right? But yeah. Good to meet you guys, and then anybody who's just joining us in now for the race wasn't able to make it during qualifying. I'm Harsh. This is my first time commentating here at LSR. Yeah, good job, Olive. P2 looked great. I mean, you were not far off either, just a 10th off, and that was fantastic to see. My favorite driver, personally, I gotta say it's Lewis Hamilton. You know, you like who was winning when you first started watching, and I started watching around like 2016, 2017. So always gonna be Hamilton as my number one, but followed pretty close by Sebastian Vettel. I'm a big fan of Fernando Alonso and some of just the older guys from the sport. You know, some of them are my absolute favorites. Let's see here. But yeah, back to that. This is my first time qualifying here, or qualifying. This is my first time commentating here. Commentating a couple different leagues, so this is probably my 3rd or 4th one where I'm planning to do it consistently and hopefully be here every week with you guys. And yeah, so far Group 3, that qualifying didn't disappoint, so I'm really hoping that the race doesn't either. All right, here we go. 5 red lights. Get everybody getting ready to go. All right, and we're off. Following up, okay, we already have a lot of changes in the pack. Look like somebody might have had some problems on the inside. We have Ewok Jr. on his teammate going down. Oh, not quite able to make the stick. Flashing down the pack. Look like there might have been some collision there. Milan losing a lot of time. A couple people are ghosted. A lot just happened there. Looks like there might have been some contact. Wasn't able to quite catch it. Going back to the mid-pack. Mr. Seidel, Brian Vanderberg, Insight falling down the order. A couple people ghosted, not going to make it any easier. Now, this top 3 all really close. Oh, on the inside goes Oliver, right at the inside of Alexis, looking quite good. Looked like there might have been contact, but everything stays clean. Just behind, through the sausage curves, we can lose a lot of time. Nobody does. Darwizzy's still up in front. Oliver keeping that 2nd position, and those Mercedes are going to be fighting extremely hard here. Darwizzy already pulling away, trying to build a gap as fast as possible. I already have people settling into an order here. Nobody out of DRS quite yet, but this being higher downforce circuit, that DRS really matters. Already got kind of a train settling here. Looking back from the rear wing of our leader, Darwizzy, we're going to go ahead and follow him down this straight. Fastest lap of the 122. Nobody quite close enough to make a move. It doesn't look like here through the first corner. Oh, Darwizzy locking his brakes a little bit too much. Oliver Sparrow getting quite close behind him. Oh, a little bit of fighting at the rear here. Contact between the Alpine of Faxi and Milan in the Red Bull. Couldn't quite catch if there was any damage there. Doesn't look like it. Woo! That was a good little bit of battling. Go ahead and view that from the wing of the Aston Martin here. Tankers into the rest of the grid. Looks like there might be some stuff going on here ahead with Dalton. Here we go. Race prediction shot up here. Those medium to hard are going to be coming, and so is soft to medium to hard. Speaking of tires, I'm going to go ahead and pull that up now. Oh, switch quick position change between the Sours of God, Pancakes, and Rook. Those Mercedes and those Ferraris still holding it up well at that front of the pack. Just like we said, basically the same order too, except those 2 Mercedes switching it up. Requiem and CD looking like they're having a bit of a battle here. Looks like, unfortunately, CD is either disconnected or currently just in ghost mode. Rook and Insight fighting a little bit for that top 10 place in the second to last chicane. Going to be tucking in. DRS is going to be active here, and here we have a giant train. Darwin is setting a fastest lap again. no one's going to be quite close enough to make a move on any other, but down to the top 6, we have a DRS train going here. Going further down, just below our top 6, got a lot of action. Oh, Brian going deep on the brakes. Contact there. Looks like I wasn't able to quite catch who spun. One of the Aston Martins, M. Requiem, got caught up in an incident there. Dalton on the outside of Rook. That is a brave move going into that corner, especially with the braking you need. Woohoo! That was a nice bit of action just to catch from the rear wing of this Sauber. Got that V-carb looking hungry. Oh, one of the Red Bulls. Unfortunately, there goes Milan, just losing the back end. Fortunately, yep, yellow flag in the second sector. Through the S's, Dalton losing his tail just a little bit. Could have been disaster, but everything looks okay. Oh, outside of the track, and here, Dalton's really getting aggressive here. Contact! Dalton off of the track. 2 cars ghosted. The Sauber back into 10th, and Dalton down into 12th. That might need to be reviewed by some people later on. Just a little bit too close, got a little bit heated there. Inside on the back of God Pancakes, the Saubers and the V-Carbs are going for blood with each other here today. Faxi caught in the middle of it, gonna be looking to keep his Alpine clean. Going up to the front, we have a quick position change between Darwizi and Oliver Spurl. Oh, Darwizi might have been some contact, might have been some brakes got locked. Darwizi still in the lead here. Oliver Spurl losing 1 position, flying down the pack. It looks like this turn 1 is turning out to be crazy today, folks. Looks like there was more contact again. This first sector, holy crap! Between the V-Carb and the Sauber, I'm guessing you just saw that too. But between Dalton and Rook, what the heck happened? Rook now off the track. This has turned out to be a crazy start for the race. Flying back up the order, we have everybody basically within the top 6, still within 1 second of each other, bumper to bumper almost. I want to view this from Darwizi's point of view. Look at that pack right behind him. This is absolutely insane. I'm so glad to see this. Those Mercedes and the Ferraris looking to make a really strong debut today with Darwizi and the only Williams present. They're all going to have DRS on each other here, coming through the third sector. Second to last hairpin, Alexis right on his tail. Darwizi, little bit of oversteer, no contact made. Oliver Spurl finds an opportunity, going to be going for second place, tucking in on the inside of Alexis. Beautiful move, taking advantage of, little bit of contact there, almost off the track, but taking advantage of, well, unfortunately, Darwizi's mistake, costing Alexis. There we go, Alexis back up the inside of Oliver, real tight racing, little bit of contact, up the inside goes Alexis, looking to make the move done, now around the outside for this corner, contact, the wheels are just locked, no damage was done. This top 6, all of them are side by side, basically 3 rows. That was absolutely insane. Ewok Jr. losing some places, falling back down the order. First sector looks to have been some trouble. M. Requiem is currently spun out. This top 6 is giving us some absolutely amazing action. Darwizi, little bit, Avni, what the heck? Looks like 2 people took each other off the track. Looks like it was a Mercedes and the Ferrari. Mercedes, Ewok Jr. and Oliver Spurl looking like they had some contact, but Oliver's not going to be out of DRS range unless he can catch back up extremely quickly. Insight, sensing an opportunity, he's going to be pushing now. Definitely going to be trying to get back up to that top 6 if he can. But Oliver possibly losing that DRS, this could be critical if he cannot stay within that 1 second. Going back up to our leader of Avni. Avni almost breaking that 1 second time. Our top 3, Yiggit. Will Yiggit have DRS? Yes, they will. Just barely making it. Just barely staying behind Avni and getting that DRS. Wow, a lot happened in 1 lap. I'd say that's even an understatement. Absolutely insane from everybody there. Let me go ahead and get up our detail changes. We already had a lot going on. Yiggit gaining 5 places in the very beginning of the race. Super impressive. Ewok staying the same, but Darwizi losing those 4 places, and Oliver Spurl losing 5. There's a lot going on. Faxi and Brian looking like they're having some contact here. This is real battling. They are straight up, they're putting on gloves and they're boxing. This is no longer just elegant dueling. Ooh, both run wide. Brian ultimately gets the position back, but earns a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate for him, but Faxi's going to be looking to... Faxi has the heat on right now. Going to be looking to get the place back. Look in the Sauber, down in 14th, unfortunately getting also getting a 3-second time penalty. Brian right now, 4 positions have been gained, and Faxi is not looking to lose that 9th place they had during qualifying, so they're going to be battling hard. Brian 2 seconds to the car in front, or 2.6 seconds to the car in front. Wow. Yigit, almost out of DRS range. You can tell that Avni and Alexis, I wonder if they might work together a little bit to try and break away from this pack. Yigit is just going to have DRS on the car in front, with Ewok behind, about 4/10 behind. Avni and Alexis. Avni is going to be looking to close that gap rapidly with his DRS through this first sector. Will they be able to make it? Not quite. Looks like they locked their brakes a little bit too much. They're now falling down to 6/10 from the 1/10 down that back straight. Ooh, definitely unfortunate, but can Yigit stick with it? We have Ewok Jr. and Darwizy. Darwizy definitely going to be looking to get those places back, falling down from first and holding that during those first 5 laps. Super unfortunate for him, and definitely not something he expected. Yigit now falling into that 1 second range, just in and out and in and out. They really need that DRS. It's going to be crucial for the race, especially with this small pack. They are now leading. Darwizy with the 3-second time penalty. That's a lot for them. Losing that first place and now earning 3 seconds. This is not the way they were hoping the race would go. Going down the order a little bit, we have a lot of people already out of DRS range of each other. We have Faxi and Brian still battling fully, like putting the gloves on. They are going for blood. Milan retiring from the session. Unfortunate for him, but I can understand. Losing 6 positions, and just, you could tell a lot of this race just wasn't going their way already. Go ahead and turn on our telemetry and our lap data. I just now realized I didn't even have that on. My bad, guys. Looking at our tire here, I didn't really look at too much about this, but I did notice Insight and Brian both running hard. So the fact that Brian is currently battling with Faxi, arguably even having the better of him, definitely impressive. Not something I would have expected from someone on the hards. Excuse me. Ewok, Mr. Seedy. Mr. Seedy, oh, back in the race. Looks like they might have gotten their connection issues figured out. Or at least I hope that's all it was. Oh, never mind. Still ghosted. Got a position back from Milan's retirement, though. Fair enough to him. Currently, our only battle on track, we have Faxi and Brian Vanderberg. These guys, as I said, have been going for blood. We got the mediums versus the hards. So we did see that those mediums were kind of falling off the cliff on our Group 3 race, basically after that 9 or 10 lap mark. So, I mean, we're going to have to see if the same thing happens here and see if those hard tires were the correct choice. Brian, running those hard tires, might be going for a one-stop strategy, looking to make them last as long as he can through this first sector of the race, and then switching out to the mediums later on, maybe trying to get a bit faster. Bit of battling here between Yigit and Darwizy. Darwizy back into 4th place, crawling back, trying to take every single position that they can, trying to get back to that first place with that 3-second time penalty. It's going to be difficult. Yigit going to be just behind, now having DRS on Darwizy. Can Yigit and Insight both get by? Yigit currently running in hot lap. Ooh, Insight on the inside of that Aston Martin. No contact. He's trying to keep it clean, falling in just behind, not having any DRS or ERS to use during this section. Locking brakes. Whoo-hoo. You can tell it was getting a little close there. Darwizy trying to get back into that 1 second range of Ewok, and the Mercedes just ahead. Could be crucial for him. Brian and God Pancakes actually now having a bit of a spat. Brian, good job catching up to the Sauber. Only 2/10 behind. I said on those hard tires, he is making them work. Using hot lap, okay. A little interesting there, but ultimately getting the better of God Pancakes. Is able to go around, but maybe not what he was hoping for. Ooh, God Pancakes. A little bit of contact there, just bumping the rear end. Might have been some contact from the Alpine with Faxi behind too. Going to go back into our wide shot here and focus here on Faxi. See if I can get all 3 of them here in the picture. Boy, oh boy, I gotta say, this is turning out to be insane. Dalton in the V-carb on the outside, ghosting now, taking the position away. The 2 are ghosting back and forth. This is definitely something different. The racing, when they're ghosting, you never know when they're going to come back out. Ultimately, Faxi loses the position to Dalton just because of the ghosting. They're able to pass right through each other. Makes those passes easy when you're in a spectral form, eh? A little bit of contact here, flying back up to the front of the pack with Darwizy, Insight, and Yigit. They're also going to be battling here. I'm going to go ahead and take off our camera. I want to focus on these 3 for a little while. Coming through this first set. Going to flash back down actually. Everybody now with our DRS. God Pancakes. We're looking to hold the position, trying to keep back that V-carb while trying to hang on the coat of that Red Bull right there. Burning a lot of ERS, using all the overtake that they had now. Moving back up the order. Let's see. We have Darwizzy in 4th place, leading a small pack of Yigit themselves, and Insight is mixed in there too in the V-Carb. Let's see here. Insight, not quite, or Insight is going to be looking to get within a second of Ewok. Ewok is 3.6 seconds behind, so he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to defend if he has DRS, or if the pack behind has DRS on him. Boy, oh boy, this is great. Avni into 1st place. Going to go ahead and flash back up to this as they about to go down the back straight, have DRS and everything available. Alexis Beast in the Mercedes. Avni going way inside. Wasn't sure if that was a snap of overshoot that they just saved or trying to break the DRS, but Alexis almost trying to make it stick down the inside. There we go. Down the inside we go. Gonna have DRS. A little bit of contact. Avni still in 1st place after a tight battle. Managed to just stay in front. Great job to him. Insight now going to be hunting down Ewok Jr. only 0.6 ahead. Yigit seems to have lost some time. About 1.2 seconds behind Darwizzy. Insight and Ewok just ahead. Alexis and Avni are running their own race. 4 seconds ahead of the pack behind now. They are doing great and trying to break away as fast as possible while still battling. Impressive by both of them. I'm going to go ahead and flash over. Let's go ahead and see. I want to go ahead and see the penalties here. Alright, Darwizzy, Yigit, and Ryan all sporting 3-second time penalties, as well as Oliver, Spurl, and Rook down the order. Flashing down to Oliver. Nothing, just there with the good old goes to Mr. Seedy. Alexis and Avni really are in intense battle right now as they come through the last bit of the 3rd sector. Currently, Alexis has a full battery. They're going to be looking to use that against Avni, who only has 40% and no DRS. They're most likely going to be burning this whole way down this back straight, looking to make the pass. About half a second behind. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get it down this back straight, but if not, they'll definitely be able to get it during the next DRS zone. Here they go, down the inside, braking kind of late, but making that turn perfectly. DRS open and passing Ferrari of Avni with little to no effort. That was a beautiful pass and a beautiful use of the DRS there. Yigit falling further behind now that they're out of that pack, is 2.2 seconds behind in the pack ahead. Oh no, looks like Ewok Jr. blocked their brakes. Darwizzy getting easy position and Insight. Going to be trying to pull away if they can. They don't have to worry too much about Darwizzy with a 3-second time penalty behind, but the more they can pull, the better. Insight, actually, they were able to gain about 0.2 on that last lap from Avni and Alexis battling. That Ferrari doesn't even have the battery that Alexis quite does. This is going to be interesting. They're not quite going to have the same speed down that back straight that even Alexis had. Looks like they're losing time. Oh, nope, they're getting the time back. They're losing time there for a little while through this 3rd sector. Now, into the 3rd sector we go. Looks like they're coming up to a back marker here. I'm not quite able to see who it is. The back marker, M. Requiem in the Aston Martin, might throw a little bit of a wrench into their mix as they're trying to fight. I see in the comments here we have Capitan rooting on Avni. Yeah, go Ferrari. Go for whoever the heck you want. But either way, I'm just happy for the awesome battling that we're getting here. Now, Darwizzy losing that DRS to Insight ahead. Here we go. Will he make a move? Not quite. Avni just going to be biding his time. That's smart. Might go for it here in the 2nd DRS section. God Pancakes with the 3-second time penalty. Both Sauber now sporting them. Faxi and Oliver battling it out a little bit, but I don't want to leave this battle ahead. All right, going to go back down. Here we go. Oh, first pit stops actually from Yigit. Going in. Oh, here we go. Don't want to miss this here with Ewok Jr. and Darwizzy. These two have been fighting as much as they can. Yeah, Yigit losing places just because of the pit stop. I'll go ahead and pull up our tires here now. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people opting to go on the hards, being Yigit, Dalton, Faxi, God Pancake, Rook, and M, all pitting in the last lap, or in the last couple of laps, just to get onto those hards. These mediums might be suffering now. Oliver Spurl, I missed him pitting earlier on. I apologize for that, guys. But on 5-lap hards right now, I'm not entirely sure what his strategy is going to be through the rest of this race. Ewok Jr. is trying to hold on to the coattails of Darwizzy, now just falling out of a 2nd. Let's see if Darwizzy can keep that. Oh, just in and out of that little bit. Flashing back up to the front, we have Avni still behind in the Ferrari. Still not quite as much battery, but will they try and make the pass? They didn't last lap. Will they try it this time? Steve here on board as they're going down the back straight, getting up into about, as they go down the back straight, getting up to about 200 miles an hour. That's about it. Locking the brakes, not losing the tail though. Good job by him. DRS is open, but not going to be able to make the move again because of the braking error there. Unfortunate for them. Down the order, we have Darwizzy. It looks like he is now pitting. Darwizzy, yep, pitting now for those hards. losing a couple places. Darwizi and Ewok, actually. So we have the Williams and the Mercedes in there. Mr. CD chilling in the ghost mode, of course. Dalton and Faxi also pitting last lap, down in 11th and 12th. Got a bit of a battle going on early, so I'm guessing that they're going to want to continue that. Just going to take Faxi catching back up and getting within a second so we can get that DRS back. Alexis is now actually pulling a gap to Avni. They keep going back and forth, consistently. It looks like Alexis is faster through the second sector, but Avni just has this third locked down. Maybe it's just a difference with their wings. Let's see, will either one of them go into the pits now? 13 laps on those mediums. They're going to be aging out a little bit. They might be going for one. Either one of them could be going for one stop as well. Maybe trying to get to lap 15 or later. Here we go, Avni into the pits. Most likely going to opt for the hards, but we'll have to see. Giving Alexis Beast all the time, or giving Alexis Beast a large gap now. Yiget with another 3-second time penalty. That's going to be 6 seconds now for them, I believe. Flashing back to some people who are racing up Oliver Spurl and Brian Vanderberg. Brian currently on those hards. So it looks like he had to pit lap 1 to the damage or something like that, but he is on 14 lap old hards. Those are the oldest on the grid right now. Here we go, Oliver Spurl in the Ferrari. A beautiful move, getting the DRS flat back open, making it look easy. Brian is going to be just behind. We're going to stick with these guys for the next lap or so. See what happens here. Into the pits, actually. In the pits, we have, of course, Boaks getting off his 14-lap old mediums, flying back up. I want to view Brian and Oliver, another Ferrari, my bad, guys. I want to view them fighting on this lap, especially with Brian having such older tires. Is he going to be able to keep up? Or is he actually going to go in the pits for mediums or something like that himself? We're just going to have to see. Going down the order a little bit, we do have some people trying to close in on DRS. We have like Ewok Jr., for example, just outside of DRS on Darwizi. They're all looking to get it back. Alexis into the pits now. Insight, ultimately not Insight staying out on 15-lap old hards. Also going to be looking to probably pit here soon. Interesting call from them, just sticking around just long enough to get the DRS, and they're going to be coming out on mediums, which are arguably the faster tire here. Brian ultimately was not able to keep up, falling behind in that last sector, was not able to keep that DRS, especially with those 14-lap old hards. I'm not quite surprised. Alexis Beast is going to be coming out of the pits here. That Mercedes looks like they're going to be fighting with their teammate in the William of Darwizi and Ewok. Oh my goodness, coming out right into the mix on fresh tires. They're going to be a little bit cold, so they're going to need to make sure that they're not oversteering and, keep those tires going well. Up ahead we have Insight, only 14 seconds ahead of Oliver Spurl on 8-lap old hards, so he's not even going to be able to get that much of a jump on anybody waiting this long. He's probably just losing time at this point being on tires that old. Definitely interesting strategy call from Alexis Beast with a 3-second time penalty adding up. They're adding another one to our current roster. We'll say we have quite a few. Lap 16, we have about 19 laps in the race left. I think the AI of Mr. CD, got to give it to him. Currently in 9th place, holding strong. Good job, Mr. CD, wherever you are. Alexis, here we go. Our 3-car battle here. Avni ahead, actually having DRS on Brian. Looks like something might have happened. Let's see. Most likely going to be able to get this passed on easy. Brian is still opting to stay out on these at this point, it's going to be 16-lap old hards. Gotta say, this is brave because he's going to be losing a lot of time. But he's just trying to do a really long stint right now. Now flashing back, we have Darwizi, Alexis, and Ewok. Not quite close enough. Oh, okay. Ewok Alexis late on the brakes. Almost would be able to make a move down the inside. Go to the TV cam here around the outside. Alexis is trying to make it stick, but Darwizi is able to hold it through the inside, still side by side as we go through, and as we go through and enter the second section here. Ooh, just losing the position there. But I'm going to stay right along these guys because there's definitely been some great action from, honestly, basically this top 8 basically has been giving us really good action through the whole race. All right, well, I would say, yeah, everybody, currently Brian Vanderberg on the 16-lap old hards. He is bleeding so much time. You can see the 10th by 10th by 10th. He is just losing so much time right now, and all he's going to be doing is giving DRS to the pack behind him. And I can't say that's probably the best idea. Darwizy and Alexis both right on his tail, both looking to pass him while looking to pass each other side by side as we go through the final hairpin. On the outside is Darwizy. Going to go here onto the TV pod. Brian, ultimately no DRS, 16 lap old hards. He needs to pit soon. He is dragging this out for a long time. I mean, I'm sure he's going for a one-stop, looking to get on those mediums and make them probably last about 15 laps. No action happening here with Darwizy and Alexis. Both are going to have DRS on each other, with Alexis 1.9 seconds behind the Ferrari of Avni in front. Insight now really trying to control this race on 17 lap old mediums. About 13 seconds ahead, but he's going to lose a lot of time when he goes ultimately to pit for mediums. I'm assuming mediums at this point in the race. Definitely an interesting call from him. I wouldn't have expected it. But we have Insight and Brian Vandenberg, currently on the oldest tires on the grid, both with 17 lap old tires, both opting to start on the hards. Definitely something interesting, and I wonder if it's ultimately going to pay out for them in the long run. Brian is losing a lot of time just lap by lap. I mean, I'm sure that he's trying to make those hards last as long as possible. With this being such a hard tire, or hard track on tires, it's got to be difficult driving that car right now. I do not envy him trying to drive those tires. Alright, up ahead, basically we have our three leaders, Avni, Alexis, and Darwizy. Darwizy actually most likely back in possibly... Oh, fastest lap goes to Alexis Beast in the Mercedes, just ahead of Darwizy here. Good job to him. Good to see that. Basically, our top three right now are Avni, Alexis, and Darwizy. Once Insight and Oliver probably run out a little bit of that grip, or probably run out of that little bit of that tread. Going down the order, it looks like Faxi and Dalton might be having a little bit of a battle here. Faxi going to have DRS open, he's going to be able to pull away, but Dalton has 90% battery here. Looking good possibly for his next lap. Faxi only 48%. Going to be struggling. Slow there with Dalton right on the tail. A little bit of contact possibly there in the rear. Wasn't able to quite catch it. Up ahead we have Oliver Spurl. The Ferrari of Avni is catching them fast. And they were Avni now able to break DRS to Alexis Beast. Good job to them. This can be really, really important, especially because they might be able to pass their teammate who's going a bit slower. Getting that DRS is going to be good for both these Ferraris to get a high finishing position today. Going back down the order, and Dalton and Faxi looking like they're dueling again. These guys have just been blow for blow, constantly ghost boating through each other. Brake taps, blah. It's like rear end taps. Oh boy, what a move from Faxi. That was courageous, going through the outside up to the inside now. Yeah, it looks like they're having some internet problems or something similar with all this ghosting that's going on between these two. Whoa! Through each other, like just passing through each other at this point. I don't know what's happening, but it's something crazy, I can tell you that much. Going back to our provisional top three, essentially, we have, excuse me, we have Avni now up into second place. Most likely would be up in that top spot. Faxi and Dalton still fighting, but Avni essentially in first place, trying to break the tail, or trying to break the toe to Oliver, Alexis, and Darwizy behind our top four essentially here, all within a second of each other. Let's see, they're all sporting 3-second time penalties as well. All sporting 3-second time penalties as well. So this is even playing right now. So this is going to be a long-term game now. You got to make these tires last till the end of the race. Or they might be going for a two-stop, even looking to pit for softs. Maybe in about, I'd say 6 to 8 laps time, maybe they're going to be looking to pit for softs. But not something I expected. And once again, hats off to Darwizy. I mean, first to 6th and back into essentially 4th place. There we go. Side by side brakes getting locked from Oliver. Mercedes going to try and capitalize off of that. Good job to Alexis. Great move. Williams. Oh, the Williams Darwizy having some contact there with Oliver. Unfortunate. They're going to stay just behind. Oliver going to be looking to stay ahead. Oh, man. Oliver losing the rear end. Super unfortunate. And that's probably going to be his race at this point in time. Not quite able to tell if he has any front damage. We'll try and flash back to that when I can. That's insanely unlucky for him. Avi You have a bit of a rooter. You got Capitaine rooting for you, Avi. So tell you he's sending good vibes. He's definitely hoping for the best for you. Darwizzy trying to catch up to those top two. Ewok Jr. now 4 seconds behind. 4 seconds behind Darwizzy. Super unfortunate. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this basically could be our podium decided. Avni basically waiting for Insight to pit as they bring that gap down. Previously it was like 18 seconds, now down to 9 seconds. Avni is going to be trying to bring that gap down and stay clean. That way Alexis and Darwizzy behind are guaranteed basically lose their positions because of those 3-second time penalties. Avni and Alexis switching up. Avni probably having a bit of a blocking his brakes, losing the position, but remember, he doesn't have that 3-second time penalty like I just highlighted. He's still on for that top spot. Faxi and Dalton, looks like they're boxing again, going for blood. DRS flap open. Brian Vandenberg actually going into the pits now, doing his one-stop strategy, going on to mediums. I'm not sure where he'll be coming out, actually. Let's see here. Just going to get just passed by the Sauber of God Pancakes, but coming out behind. This looks good for him. He'll have DRS on the next lap if he can just stay behind. Good for him, actually. This strategy might work out. Only going to have 13 laps on these mediums. Looks like it could be pretty good. Oliver Spurl actually still down in 12th. Definitely an interesting strategy. Ultimately having 7 laps on those mediums. I'm going to go check if he's actually an AI or not. Oh, okay, never mind. We have 2 AI here. Not actually anything that I thought. That's okay. Going back to our top 3 now. They brought down that gap to Insight a full... I think that was a full second. Holy crap, they're bringing it down so much. They brought it down a full second now. Insight needs to pit for mediums. He's just going to lose so many places when he pits. It's ridiculous at this point. They're going, our top 3 essentially now pit or looking to lap the back marker, the Aston Martin of M Requiem. Not sure how long M Requiem hasn't been here for. I remember seeing them earlier in the race and getting some collisions, but just is how it is. Side by side into the first corner, Faxi and Dalton doing the switchback. Dalton looking good, DRS open. Ooh, Faxi not able to stay by, especially with him using ERS and having that DRS. Just a bit of an advantage. Some great racing here. Looked like a little bit of contact flashing back just a position to Brian Vandenberg. Getting by on that back straight. Looked like there might have been some contact between him and God Pancakes as they went through that first corner. You know, getting through that first hairpin can be tricky, but Brian having those brand new mediums, definitely going to have a significant advantage. Brian now is going to be looking to, you know, hunt his way back up through the pack. I'm not quite sure if he'll be able to do it, having 15 seconds to Faxi ahead. If he can get himself involved in that battle with Faxi and Brian, you know, or get if Faxi can get him, English, sorry guys. Brian can get himself into that battle with Dalton and Faxi, he could be looking to make up some positions. Insight finally pitting. Man, that took forever from him, but now we have our preliminary order of Alexis, Avni, and Darwizzy. Just out of 1 second range, or I'm sure Alexis is going to be looking to keep him outside of 1 second. Definitely don't want that DRS. It's super strong in the backs right here. It's one of the best passing zones, as we've clearly seen. Just got to keep tabs on this now. Avni just staying out of that 1 second. Alexis just able to keep him out of it as well. 1 lap newer tires. I mean, actually descending like that. 8 lap, 9 lap, 10 lap old tires. These guys are all pretty even. These guys are even in a lot of ways right now. And Alexis, though, consistently having really good ERS management, it seems. Every time we go look at them, I swear they have close to 100% battery. Good by them, honestly. But breaking out of that 1 second gap, it does not look like Avni will have DRS going down this back straight. They will be vulnerable to Darwizzy, who will go ahead and ride on board with Avni here as we go down the back straight. 1.2 second gap now. Alexis putting down some fast laps. Still somehow close to full battery. Absolutely insane. Not sure how exactly they're doing that, but good job by them for that battery management. And Darwizzy doesn't look like he's going to be making a move on this lap. He's going to have DRS through both of these sectors, but doesn't look like he's going to be close enough to make a move, so we're going to keep an eye on this as time goes on. Going down to Insight and Yigit, sorry. Looks like there was a quick position swap there. Insight using DRS to get by. Low on battery now, though. as Higgett has an 85% battery compared to a 13%. On this next lap, we can definitely see a move happening here. Faxi and Dalton still right by each other, still trying to get each other, go for each other's throat. We'll say through all this, Faxi has picked up 0 time penalties, which is definitely impressive. So in theory, it should give him that place over Dalton by the end, but still seeing the battle is awesome. Here we go. Through the S's insight on those 1 lap old mediums now. Coming out in 5th, this might work out for them well in the end. Only going to be putting about 12 laps of wear onto those mediums. Now, we do, as I said, from the Tier 2 race, know that those mediums wear fairly quickly. But, I mean, they're going to have a lot of pace over these guys who are already rocking 10 lap old hards. I'm not even sure if some of these guys are going to be taking the end, or if they're going to do a 2-stop and get some softs on the last. Actually, I would assume that if they're going to get on the softs, we're probably going to do it in the next 6 laps, or probably 4 laps, essentially. Here we go, Darwizzi down the inside using ERS and DRS, passing Avni, making it look relatively easy. Avni was briefly on the outside there, but just isn't able to get the traction or make it stick. Alexis, looks like they might be cruising to an easy race win at the end of the day here. Avni is going to be keeping his fingers crossed that those 3-second time penalties are going to bog them down, but he has to make sure that he is within 3 seconds of Alexis to obviously get that podium. Darwizzi, I believe that's going to be 6 seconds for him now. This basically guarantees Avni that 2nd place spot. Let's go ahead and check out everybody's penalties. Yeah, 6 seconds now getting handed out to Darwizzi. He collected that 3-second time penalty much earlier in the race, but fortunately doesn't look like it's going to quite work out for him. But Avni going for that win. Looks like they might have it. Capitine vibes or his good blessings definitely might be working out here. Whoa, Darwizzi off the track. Shoot, I'm sad I missed that. Might have just lost traction there. There we go. This could very well be Avni getting that podium, getting that top spot, but Darwizzi solidly now into 3rd place. Now Avni has to keep within that 3-second time penalties area. Judging by the way Alexis has been polling these past couple of laps, might be a big ask. 2.3 seconds is the gap, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Now back down to Dalton Faxi as we're coming back through with DRS open. We got Faxi, has not been able to make a move on the V-carb in front for the past couple laps, so I'm sure that he's hungry for a move, and I'm going to keep an eye on this for a little bit as well. As we're entering a slower portion of the race, I see that people have definitely started to spread out here. We do only have 2 active battles on track. Once again, I'm just going to introduce myself just to give everybody a highlight. I'm Harsh. It's my first time commentating here, and it's good to have you all here in the stream, all 7 of you right now. So, just while in a bit of a, this bit of a lull, a bit more relaxed, if anybody has any questions for me, whether about real F1 or just anything else, I mean, totally open book, so go ahead and throw those in the chat now. Now watching everything go through, Faxi and Dalton definitely giving us some of the most action here today. They have been battling almost this entire race. I gotta say, it's been massively entertaining. The fact that Faxi, as I said, still has no 3-second time penalty, good for them. Like a lot of the people here in Tier 3 do at this point, but he's doing well to keep his nose clean, and gotta say, I'm fairly impressed. I mean, there has been a lot of ghosting between the two of them, so I'm not sure if maybe someone's internet is bad, but the fact that ghosting has been happening has probably kept them alive for just a little bit longer. Now with the DRS open, Faxi looks like he's going for a move on the inside of the V-carb now. Very good. Looking nice. Fully ahead at corner exit. Ooh, Dalton just behind. Going to be real close in that rear bumper there. What a ghosting from the Alpine. That's just seeing what I was talking about earlier. It's been going on a lot this race, but honestly, I'd say that's okay. It's kept them from probably killing each other, so sometimes a little bit of some of these preventative measures aren't so bad. Now going back down, Boakes and God Pancakes having a bit of a fight here. Looks like Boakes has the DRS, had it down that back straight, got the move done. Can they stay in front? They absolutely will. God Pancakes is going to be just behind, but God Pancakes also notably on 17 lap old tires, 4 laps older than the Haas in front. But I wonder if he's going to be trying to take those to the end. If he does, he's going to have 24 lap old hards at the end of this race. Pitting on lap 11, that would be absolutely insane. I gotta say, quite an accomplishment. Rook And that Sauber, this is just not his race today. We can all see that. 10-second time penalty now. I'm not even sure how many seconds he has on top of that, but definitely not his day today. Insight and Ewok Jr. Insight on those mediums, still in 5th, has caught the group in front on those hards. These mediums might be playing out just the way he was hoping. Good for him, honestly. Yiga going for stops now. Here we go. Our first of the two-stop strategists is in the pits for his soft. Going to be putting 6 laps on those. I'm not quite sure if we're going to see some of these other top guys go for pits, because if one of them does, if one of them does, it really will depend if the rest of them, I'm not sure if the rest of them will. Others might see it, hey, we can stick out these last, at this point, 6 laps. I mean, 19-lap-old hards might be a big ask, but if everybody's on it, I mean, I'm honestly not sure how this will go at the very end. I'm interested to see if Alexis up in front will try and go for the pits. Nope, Alexis staying out, so is Avni. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen here. If these 2 stops are actually going to happen, or if it's just 1 stop for everybody up and down the grid. Ooh, getting close here. Insight just on the back of Ewok. Looking to make a pass here. Rear wing is open. Both are burning ERS. There we go. Nice move. Well, they're also catching up to Darwizi the entire time. Darwizi might be losing that podium spot to Insight. These mediums playing out brilliantly, I must say. Like, good job to him. It's definitely, this is definitely something planned. This was definitely kind of a riskier move, but it seems to be paying off handsomely for him. Go ahead and view these 2 behind from Darwizi in 3rd place. He's in the Williams. We're going to go ahead and view these 2 behind from the rear wing. Omni up ahead. Unfortunately, almost out of that 3-second zone that he needs to ultimately secure that podium position, to secure that top spot. It's going to be a big ask for him to keep up with 1 lap older tires during these last 5 laps. I'm going to be viewing these guys for a little bit here. Inside Ewok Jr. doing quite well. Faxi and Dalton finally seem to have separated. 1.1 seconds between them now. Gotta say, they've been battling on and off this entire time. And you guys here who've been with us, you know it yourself, but it's been a lot between those 2. Ewok Jr. the Mercedes losing some time, ultimately going to have DRS here. Here we go, Insight on the inside of Darwizi, going to be trying to make the move stick. DRS open, has the energy, going to have it through this next sector. Darwizi not giving him much space on the outside. He's trying to tuck in as much as possible. Insight now in 3rd place, 0 penalties on him. This might be I'm willing to bet, right? This is a guaranteed 3rd position now. Yiga setting our fastest lap on those brand new softs that they have. Good job to them. Going to be bringing an extra point as they are in the top 10 here today. Got to say, so far this has been a great race, but as things cool down, we have, I think, basically our final running order here. I gotta say, it's been a good race so far. Still 4 laps to go. Things could happen. Alexis could spin out. Omni could. Insight could kill everyone that's right behind him. But at this point, it's definitely mellowing out a little bit. I'll go ahead and back down to our fight between Dalton and Faxi. Faxi just has not been able to get back past. They're both in the same age tires. Gotta say, they should both. If it was me, right? If they were in a Discord, I'd just both pit for softs right now and see who could really battle it out at the end. You have Yiga behind. 2.5 seconds is the difference, but they're bringing it down, so they might be able to get an additional 2 places they're able to catch in these last 3 laps. Incline and Darwizi, there we go. Darwizi way on the outside, losing positions here again. Unfortunate. Looks like they were able to get past in that back straight and then just lost the position again right after. Insight, yeah, looks like they should have that 3rd position locked down the podium. And Avni, still within 3 seconds, still has their first place, chances alive, but 2.8 seconds, and it's staying just around there. These last couple laps are going to be so tense for Avni in that Ferrari. They have to make sure that they stay within 3 seconds, or else, well, that's the race. That's just 2nd place, and they have to deal with it. That could be the finishing result. Just like I was talking about, Yiga actually massively catching the 2 ahead of Dalton and Faxi, of the V-Carb and the Alpine. Looks like they should be able to get these 2 places quite easily. I do believe that it currently does have 6 seconds of time penalties, so Faxi, only with 3 seconds, still has essentially a free 3 seconds on the 2 cars behind. Maybe not the way he wants to get positions, but ultimately it seems like it might be the easiest way for him to get it, is just rely on, or drive clean, don't get any more time. Go ahead and view our penalties here. Yeah, Darwizzy, oh yeah, ultimately with 6 seconds, definitely has lost any chances for a podium, even if Insight now gained a 3-second himself. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look like it's going to be at the cars. That was something interesting, seeing that a little bit of contact either in the game. I don't know if that actually was contact or not, but there's definitely some problems with the game there. Putting that Alpine into the barrier, it looked like he was flying away for a split second there. Yeah, on those softs, taking full advantage of them, catching up to Dalton rapidly now. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to pass ultimately someone like Ewok Jr. or catch up to there, but he might be able to break 3 seconds to Dalton if he can get past these next 2 laps. He might be able to secure that 7th place, or that 6th place, but he has to get by Dalton and really push after that. Whew. Go ahead and view our tires here. Yeah, it looks like we only had 1 person going for the 2-stop strategy, which was Yiggett. And once again, seemed to have paid off okay as far as general strategy. Everything looks, well, honestly, as we expected. These mediums are lasting fairly well. They're not losing insane amounts of time on each other. Avni and Alexis, oh, I didn't even notice, but Avni now, 3.7 seconds is the difference. Oh, Darwizzy into the pits, probably going for soft to try and get a fast lap now. And fair play to them. They know that they don't have much left because that extra 3 seconds, might as well go get the extra point. Fair enough to them. Yeah, getting tires on the second to last lap, not the worst idea to try and get an extra point. And Dalton is still, it looks like Dalton might be fighting with that Williams as they come out of the pits. Ooh, Darwizzy might have gotten himself into might have gotten himself in a situation he didn't expect. With these guys battling so aggressively, Yiggett looking to get past Faxi. Ghost mode again. Looks like Yiggett's just having some internet problems and has had them and has been dealing with them this entire time, just constantly ghosting. Our top 3 look basically set. Alexis now breaking that 3 seconds that they needed to. It's going to take that pole position. Going to take, or not, sorry, not pole position. Going to take that top spot. Take, the first of the podium positions. Good by them, breaking that time gap. Avni behind. Oh, Darwizzy getting another 3-second time penalty. That's 9 seconds total. I mean, even now it looks like their fastest lap plans might be spoiled. Unfortunate for them. I mean, they started off so strong. Pole position, led the first 5 laps. I mean, gotta say, this probably wasn't the way Darwizzy wanted today to turn out. And with 9 seconds of penalties, even with Dalton, Yiggett, and Faxi all having at least 3 seconds behind, he's going to be dropping down. Looks most likely like 3 places. He's probably going to be dropping down to 8th or 9th. Or sorry, he's mostly going to be dropping down to 8th, which is unfortunate. Now, back to our top 3. Avni driving a really good race, stayed in that 3-second gap for a really long time. I mean, good by him. He put in one hell of an effort. And Insight, one of our one-stoppers, ultimately played it really, really long in that first set of hards. I think he went 23 or 24 laps on them. Yeah, ultimately going 23 laps on them. Pitted for mediums, 11 laps on them now. Gotta say, it paid off massively. The rest of the field all pitting fairly early off of those mediums, all getting onto the hards. Most people running about 20 to 23 laps on these hards now. Definitely a choice, I'll give him that. Yiggett, 10 seconds. Man, that has got to be rough. Losing more positions there, possibly even losing to Brian. Whew. Now, across the line, we have Alexis in our first place spot. Avni, half a second behind for that top spot. Gotta be super frustrating. And Ewok bringing in our 3rd place finisher. I say, good job to these guys. It's a well-deserved podium for all 3 of them. Avni and Ewok able to keep those high positions, or Avni, Alexis, and Ewok all able to keep their high positions from podium. I gotta say, Oliver Spurl, what a sad day for him. Had one of the top spots in podium. Had one of the top spots during qualifying. Both Ferrari and Mercedes look like they're gonna have a great day. Didn't quite work out like that. But now Dalton, V-Carb today, having an awesome day. 4th and 5th place with Insight and Dalton. Good job to them. Both of them had interesting strategies. Dalton was fighting with Faxley the whole way through. To get out on top is a massive achievement. Fair play to him. Brian Vandenberg brings in 8th place. Giggett in the Aston Martin brings in 9th, brings in 10th, and Boaks in our Haas brings in 9th. So that's our top 10, ladies and gentlemen. That's our point score for today, and great job, everybody. I'm so glad to have been here. First race commentating, like I mentioned, and yeah, good job, everybody. Gotta say, my personal driver of the day, it's honestly a difficult one. I think my personal driver today is ultimately going to go to our top spot. That Mercedes, both of the Mercedes did absolutely great today, and fair play to them. Lexus Beast, you definitely have my driver of the day, especially beating that 6-second time penalty and ultimately able to get that far ahead of Avni behind. Good job to you. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. We'll fade into the lobby, and then I'll be turning off the stream. Does anybody have any last-second questions, comments, or anything else? I'm just going through this in case there's anything that's needed for the server, in case anybody wants to review any incidents. So just go ahead and feel free to ask any questions while I'm going through all this. Okay, well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me here today. I was the Harshman. I hope to be seeing you all next week. Thank you again for such a great Group 3 race, and thank you so much for a great broadcast. My first time here in this league, and ultimately, everybody have a great night. Have a great day. Thank you so much.